Hello, future makers. Welcome to Teacherpreneur. The environment you create is the lesson you teach. As teachers, we always want to create a very positive environment in the class. But just like not all fingers are the same, not all students are the same. Most of the kids do listen to their teacher, but some kids are there who create havoc in the class just unnecessarily. This is one of the major problems that our future makers are facing, and we received a lot of comments and DMs regarding how to handle naughty students in class. If you are facing such classroom management issue because of a few students in your class, then make sure you watch the video till the end. And now, without wasting any more time, let's get started. First and foremost, as a teacher, you have to set clear expectations in the class. On the very first day of your academic year, you must tell your kids what you expect out of them. Like I always clear that the first 10 minutes will be revision of the previous class, where I can ask questions to anyone in the class. And the last 10 minutes will be a question and answer session, where if I ask you a question and you don't know the answer, then you have to do extra assignment. By mentioning this clearly right in your first class and making this as a system, you are eliminating half of the mess of your class. The second tip is to be consistent. If you set up a system in your class, then you have to maintain it no matter what. Someday if you're late to the class and you skip the first 10 minutes of revision, the students might not be prepared to learn from you because they are mentally ready for the revision. So consistency on your part also matters a lot. The next step is to provide structured choices to the student. जो शरारती बच्चे होते हैं ना, वो किसी की सुनने के मूड में नहीं होते. So what we should rather do is provide two options to them and he has to choose whatever he wants to do first. The naughty kids are not really in a mood to listen to anybody, but they want to make their own choices. They want to show their rebellious side in the class. So why not provide them two choices and let them choose what they want to do first. For example, you can ask the child if you want to answer the questions at the start of the class or at the end of the class. Or you could also ask the child whether he would like to erase the blackboard first or go to the staff room and get some books. When given a choice, the child will choose what task he wants to do. And because it is his or her own choice, they will do the task very well. This will make them feel important and they will not disturb other kids. One thing that I always do with such students is give them extra attention. If I have to ask any question in the class, I will first ask this child and then I will go to other friends. What happens is, half of the time, the child is doing mischief in the class because he wants your attention. So why not give extra attention to that child and solve your problem and the classroom's problem as well? When I used to teach in the class, there was a boy named Rahul who would always create a lot of problem. Right from my second class, I said, if Rahul doesn't come and sit on the first bench right in front of me, I will not start teaching. So other teachers used to constantly complain about him, but in my class, before I enter, he used to sit right in front of me and I would keep on interacting with him, even if I'm teaching or not. And that interaction led us to form a good bond, and he would not disturb my class but actually listen to what I would say. So distance and attention will really help you solve your problem. Another way to deal with such kids is to make them the monitor of the class. This way, you can give some extra work to them and that will keep them engaged throughout your class. This extra work can include taking attendance, distributing worksheets, collecting notebooks, and so on. Because the child's hands are full, he will not engage in bothering others but will be busy doing his own work. One activity that really helps calm everybody in the class down is right brain activity. Activities that actually involve the functioning of left as well as right brain will activate their thinking capacity and they can perform better in such activities because their brain runs faster than others. One such activity is taking out the thumb of one hand and pinky finger of the other and continue doing it till they can succeed. One more suggestion is joining the thumbkin and pointer finger of opposite hands and keep on going until they can. Sometimes the kids keep doing this even when your lecture is on and they forget that their purpose was something else. One more activity is taking one hand in the clockwise direction and the other in the anti-clockwise direction. If you think the class is creating mischief, then ask all the students to do this activity. It will calm them down and get their attention towards it. Some kids are not really naughty, they are just extra talkative. For such students, talk tokens work the best. Talk tokens are nothing but smileys or stars that you give to your child. Whenever they want to talk, they have to give one token to you, and only when you permit they can talk. The catch here is to give them limited number of tokens so that they interrupt you less. I would ideally give 3 tokens to such kids, and they can raise their hand whenever they want to talk. While they are talking, I collect one token and keep it with me. This way, the kid will say what they want to talk for the last, and they want the tokens to be with them until the end of the lecture. For a few days, you will feel like what is going on, but gradually you will see the tokens are even left unused. But to reach that stage, you have to start today. Some kids are not naughty, but they are hyperactive. Basically, they have more energy than other kids, and the energy is not being used. For such kids, you must give mini movement breaks in the middle of your lecture. Let them go take a round of the class and come back so that their senses are used and their energy is utilized in a proper direction. You can also make them sit on a yoga ball or a standing desk instead of the normal chairs. It might be distracting for other students for a few days, but imagine the kind of help that it gives to hyperactive kids. If you can't make this happen, you could at least do activities like sit and stand, sit-ups, or jumping jacks in the class. Once these kids are engaged properly, they sit at one place and keep doing the same work. If none of this is really working in your favor, make sure you have a heart-to-heart conversation with that child. You never know what is happening with that child outside of your classroom or what is causing him to do such mischief. Sit with the child, talk with the child, befriend the child, not just during your lecture, but even beyond that time. Once you form a connection with that child, correction will not be required. And from my experience, I'm saying, once you start forming connection with such children, you will start empathizing with them rather than being angry at them. Sometimes the kids irritate the teachers because they already know what you're teaching. Either they have done it in their classes or tuitions or with their parents. In such cases, you must always have some extra worksheets with you that is challenging for such kids that will keep them engaged. See, the aim of our classes is not to make them listen to you, but to make them learn what you are about to teach. So if they already know, why not challenge them something with one level up so that they can apply what they have learned? I had a child in my maths classroom who was really fast with calculations. He would always be ready with the answers and not let the other kids even start solving the problem. For that child, I would always carry some word problems or extra sheets. So, extra worksheets that would challenge him or make him do more calculations would keep him engaged in his work and not bother anybody else in the class. Some kids don't like that teacher takes their name again and again. They find it irritating. For those kids, non-verbal clues work the best. You must have a sign of your own that will make you and that child understand that he is doing something that you are not liking and he or she should stop doing that. Whenever I went closer to the child and did this, means they have to stop doing what they are doing and get back to what I am teaching. Such small classroom management tips really help you manage the overall class and not just naughty students. If you are a teacher who's facing problem in managing the classroom, then make sure you check out our class management playlist. All the videos are really fun and will help you create more fun in your class as well. Kids really like it when someone praises their efforts or when other students clap for them. Clapping really helps for pre-primary and primary kids. Lastly, special kids require special attention, and for that you have to do something extra. What I also did once is calling that child before the class and tell that I want to have a secret word with you. And before the class, I would tell that child, if you sit quietly throughout the class today, last 10 minutes of the class, I will allow you to go outside and play with my special fidget toys. In the lieu of playing with those special toys, You would sit quietly throughout the class, not disturb me and not bother anyone else. If you are a teacher who is looking out for such fidget toys, I will leave the Amazon links in the description box below. Lastly, if nothing is working, you can call the parents and talk to them to understand the root cause of the problem. And then parents and teachers can work together for the betterment of the child. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching the whole video. At the end, I would only like to tell you, students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. If you like today's video, do hit the like button. Comment and tell us what strategies do you use to handle naughty kids in your class. Share this video with your teacher friends and it might help them too. And subscribe to Teacherpreneur and press that bell icon to be a part of our Future Makers family. See you soon.